Hey, sports betters, awesome new feature from OddsJam. This is a super exciting thing that I just discovered this morning as I logged into OddsJam, is that now, if you're using OddsJam, you actually have the capability to make your bet tracker public. So if you want other people to follow your bets or to just see what you're doing, you can make that public and you can actually share your profile with everyone else so other people can see what you're doing. And I think this is great because now I've just made my profile public, so anybody can look at every single one of my bets. You can follow along on my bets. You can try tailing them if you want. You can see where I fuck up. You can see where I make a lot of money on hitting some bet. So I'm really excited about this. So let's not waste any time. Let's just jump in and take a look at the bet tracker and see what you can find when you open an OddsJam account and start tracking your bets. The February just started, and because of that, there's really not much on the February page. It's the first day of the month, so I figure we should start by taking a look back at January, just do a postmortem on January, see how we did. Very happy with January. Plus 409.15. I was actually up higher at some point around the 25th of January. I was up before I had this big down day on the 26th. I was actually up, I think, close to $600 if I'm remembering correctly. But overall, this is still my best month yet. So super excited about January. Let's take a look at more of the numbers. I believe you can see all this stuff publicly now. So the link to my profile is going to be in the description below. I'm also going to share it on Twitter. Right now, my Twitter is private, but I'm probably going to make it public probably sometime today. So it should be public. Even if you don't follow me, you should be able to see it on Twitter. All right. So this is a total profit all time. Profit by sportsbook. Yeah, I've been kicking Bovada's butt. And I'm profitable on two other sports books, DraftKings and Bet Any Sports. Bet DSI and 10bet I'm still down on, but I think with time these negatives will disappear, especially Bet DSI because I'm betting a lot on there. Profit over time, the weekly, the ups are positive, downs are negative. Let's check the monthly view real quick. Monthly view, as you can see, January, my best month yet. Trend is up. I want to keep that trend going up. I'm looking forward to having an amazing February. We'll see how it goes. Got the Super Bowl coming up, which I'm looking forward to. Going to try to make some money on that one. Lots of promotions with lots of different sports books on the Super Bowl. You have your profit by league. NCAA basketball still kicking my ass. NBA still kicking my ass. Yeah, basketball was my favorite sport growing up. It was the sport, especially NBA basketball, was the sport I watched the most growing up. I didn't really start watching football until I was in college. So I'm a little disappointed that I'm negative on basketball, but I think I think it's just the variance, and eventually NCAA and NBA will, by the time I get a few seasons under my belt, I believe these will be positive. Hopefully, if not by the end of this season. So again, profit by sport. Football, amazing. Tennis, amazing. Hockey, amazing. Basketball, not so much. Still working on that. Yes, this is very important. I can't stress this enough. This bar is really important. Profit by bet type. The positive EV bar has the biggest profit, even more so than the odds boost. I'm surprised because the odds boost should be positive, in my opinion. But the positive EV is better than even the promotions that the sports books are giving you, at least temporarily. I think this is just short-term variance, and I think odds boost will be positive at some point. But isn't this amazing that you can just go on the OddsJam positive EV page and just bet every bet that's on there, or as many as you can get sports books on, and just sit back and watch the money roll in. That's all you have to do. People want to make it more complicated than it really is. It's not complicated. It's boring. And it's basically a grind. You just have to go out there, place lots of bets. Don't bet more than your bankroll can handle, and make money. So yeah. we'll take a look at some bets. I'll go to the actual bet tracker. There was a game that was canceled today or postponed. I believe it was the Wizards game. Wizards and Pistons, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Wizards and Pistons game was canceled or postponed. So I had a couple of bets that were refunded because the game wasn't actually played. But yeah, these are my current bets for today. 2 bets were refunded because the game was canceled. The rest of these are live bets for Wednesday the 1st. And they're pretty much all positive EV bets. You can see positive EV all the way down. So not only will you see my bets, but you'll see what type of bets they are. And you'll find that 90 to 95% of my bets are positive EV bets. So, it's just a no-brainer. I don't know how many times I can say that. We have one normal bet here. And this is I'll actually show you this bet, why I bet this. Because I don't just blindly do bets anymore. Even if it's not a positive EV bet and I place it for a reason. So the reason why I placed this bet is because DraftKings has an early win promotion. So if the Rockets, and actually it was a $50 promotion. So the first 2 days they had this promotion, it was $50. And today they lowered it to $25. So I think they figured out that it's a really good promotion, and they're lowering the limit from $50 down to $25. So today I could only bet $25 on this promotion, but I made money on it yesterday betting $50 on it. So, so yeah, the sportsbooks are starting to wise up a little bit. But yeah, early win 10 points. So I picked Houston Rockets. They're an underdog, plus 185. If the Rockets are leading at any time by 10 points during this game, I win my bet. This is what I bet yesterday. It was the Clippers were playing against. Who are the Clippers playing against yesterday? Because I know the Clippers won, but I bet on the underdog, and I was actually I actually won my bet. It was against the Bulls. So yesterday I did the same promotion. I bet $50 on the Bulls, who were an underdog against the Clippers. And even though the Clippers won the game, I won my bet because the Bulls were leading by 10 points at some point during the game. At any time, if the team you bet on goes up by 10 points, you automatically win your bet. And if they never go up by 10 points, you could still win your bet if they actually win the game. So anyway, that's it. Just really good news about how you guys can now follow my bets yourselves. Let's before we sign off, while I'm on video right now, why don't we just jump on the let's jump on the positive EV page, which is which should be your bread and butter, and see if there are any new bets. Now, they actually made these bets easier to see. Now the recommended bet is highlighted in green. Before it was just bold, so it was still obvious who to bet on. But now it's bold and it's highlighted in green. So these all of these bets have check marks next to them, which means I've already placed these bets. But I'll refresh the screen and see if any new bets pop up, and maybe I'll place them live on camera. If a new bet pops up, we'll see if anything new pops up. Refresh. Everything has a check mark next to it, so I've already placed every one of these bets. Refresh one more time. Yeah, this is it. So I'll talk a little bit more about the positive. There are no new bets, so I've already placed everything, but I'll talk a little bit more about this page. Basically, this page just tells you when a sportsbook has a mispriced line compared to the other books. So, for example, this bet right here, Brooklyn Nets versus Boston Celtics. You're supposed to bet the over 225 plus 110 on Bet Any Sports. And here you see a list of all the sports books. And here's Bet Any Sports, and you can see their line is way off kilter when compared to all these other sports books. Like every other sports book has the over at like minus 103, maybe plus 100, maybe plus 103, minus 103, minus 110. The only person that has an out of whack line is Bet Any Sports that has it at plus 110. So what does that tell you? It tells you either this one sports book right here knows something that none of the other sports books know, or somebody is asleep at the wheel of the sports book, one or the other. Now, I've bet this game, and I'm pretty happy that I've bet this game, and I've taken this over. Does that mean I'm going to win the bet? No, not necessarily. Just because you place a positive EV bet doesn't mean you're going to win it. So you will have down days. You'll have days where you have bad luck and you go on a losing streak. So the important thing is to treat your losing streaks the same way you treat your winning streaks. Stay humble, keep grinding, and don't lose your mind. Just keep placing smart bets, keep staying disciplined. And that's all you have to do. This is why most people don't win when they're gambling. They get too emotional when it comes to their money. They start making decisions based on emotion instead of based on numbers. You have to let the numbers make the decision for you. You can't do anything based on emotion. So that's about it. Thanks for listening. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys at the top.